Hey everyone, what's up? You know, hopefully Matt Burnett gets my letter that I sent on Monday by the time he sees this, or some of you see this, um, to be part of his letters portion of his What's in the Box monthly series. But I thought I'd talk about this real quickly. You see, he recently did a video, and ironically, as he was doing this video, he got notifications of, well, originally the video started off with him talking about the fact that he got email, an email from overall Orchard Music and two parties in particular that seemingly might be the same company, but they were going by two different names. And as he was doing this, he also got an email from Sony Music because of his video, the 10 best and worst, or the top 5 best and worst animated films of 2014. Now, let me say this. I don't think what Animat is doing is wrong. You know, he's doing this for a living. It's what he does, and I think whoever this Orchard Music situation is about, I think, I believe, not think, but I believe that will be totally resolved quicker than the Sony one. Because you see, because when I hear two different names, and I hear that he has to reply to their email at dispute at the orchard.com, it kind of makes me wonder if that really is Orchard. I mean, he did say it was legit, it was a legit email, but sometimes you wonder because there are people that can find a way to make something look legit, look official, and then it turns out that it's not. So if I'm Animat, I'd be careful with this, and I do encourage people to support him and try to explain to Orchard Music if it is them really, if it is really them behind this, that what he's doing is in fair use. He's not breaking any laws or anything like that. He's not stealing anything. What he's doing is indeed in fair use. Now, with that said, the question is, what's going on? Now, on one hand, we have Doug Walker. He's telling us basically that there is progress being made, and our voices can be, if not have been, or will be, and like I said, have been heard in Washington, and possibly will be heard in San Francisco, if not already. And that's good to know that at least we're creating some kind of progress, and that we do have a major group, a major organization that the government does listen to, backing us up. Backing us up when it comes to fair use. But here's the deal, though. You see, yeah, what's happened? Excuse me. What's happening with Matt is definitely hashtag WTFU. Where's the fair use? It's definitely in that category, but it's more along the lines that, as I've said before, and I'll say it again, it's almost like if you are a montaging channel owner or montaging channel maker or video maker here on YouTube, you are at the highest level of risk. You are. And I'm not saying that you don't have a right to make a living off what you're doing. You have all the right in the world. But It's almost like these companies, either the music companies, gaming companies, movie companies, television companies, record labels, movie studios, television studios, video game developers overall. It's almost like they, whoever's, whoever, whoever are the major people in charge, whoever are the major people in charge, they don't want people like Animat. They don't want people like Doug Walker, Joe Vargas, James Wolfe, just to name a few, making money off their videos that contain music or audio or visual content that they feel rightfully belongs to them. And in a sense, it does. But what these guys are doing by making a living off of this is they're doing it in fair use. They're not saying, oh, well, since I own this footage, I can do whatever I want with it. No. You know, it's not. That's not the case. They're not saying, well, come and buy. Or it's not like, let's say, Joe Vargas doing a review for uh, Uncharted 4, which I do plan to get. It's not like he's planning to do that and say, and at the same time he's saying, no, uh, yeah, Uncharted 4 is a great game, and oh, you got to come buy it because Angry Joe Vargas recommends it. Or Angry Joe presents Uncharted. Come and get the video game Angry Joe. Oh, wants you to play because he owns a copy and he wants you to, because he owns the rights to it and he wants you to own it. Yeah, it's like, no, it's not that. What he's doing, Joe Vargas, he's doing it out of fair use. He's saying, he's recommending whether you play the game or you don't play the game. Same with James Wolfe. He's recommending you play or not play a game or a console or whatever. Same with Doug Walker. He's coming out and he's recommending whether you go see something or you don't see something. Or he's comparing old and new of the same movie and title from original to comparing original to remake. So, he's doing that. And it's all in fair use. They're not claiming it as it's their own, and since they own it, they can do whatever they want. They can, say that they are the ones that made the game. They're the ones that could do this because da 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 da. No, they're doing it out of fair use. And that is one thing that bugs them a lot too. It's like, well, wait a minute. We spend money. Hold on. It's like we spend money on purchasing movies like this, and yet because we purchased them, we still don't have the right to use them in some shape or form, especially if it's in fair use. See, that's what bugs a lot of people, and that's what's bugged Animat here. It's like, why are you doing this? It's like he's coming out and saying, look, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm using it in fair use, and most of the time when I'm using, let's say, an audio, some musical audio, I'm talking over it, so you don't really hear the audio that much. You hear his voice, and that's what he's trying to get across. Is look, I'm not coming out and blasting, basically allowing 3 minutes of a musical score to be played, and I'm not talking. No. He's talking over it. He's saying, look, this is da-da-da, basically doing his research, doing his documentary, in a sense, if you will, on his animation look back of, let's say, Walt Disney or DreamWorks or Hanna-Barbera or stop motion or possibly upcoming his Looney Tunes animation look back. When he uses music, just like anybody else that does something similar, he's not doing it because he wants to He wants people to basically download the song, you know, or somehow download the song, without paying for it or doing this or that. No, he is basically, excuse me, he is basically coming out, and when he does these things, whether it's his animation lookbacks or his classic reviews or his recent reviews like Angry Birds, he's coming out and he's basically talking over any music that's being used. Anybody does that because they know that there is a chance, that even if they allow a bit of the music to play, there's a chance that if they don't find a way to talk over it while you still hear the music but you mostly hear them, kind of 50-50, there's a chance that for some stupid reason whatsoever, a company like, say, Orchard, or a company like Sony, or a company like Universal, or an independent company of whoever will come out and say, oh, well, we copyright claim that, and we need you to take this down, and da-da-da-da-da, here's a strike. It's like, no, there's nothing wrong, because yes, they're using the music, but in a sense, they're using it in a way to where the music is not front and center. It's not front and center, and people and companies, they need to realize that. But again, this goes back to the whole thing about, even though everybody has the right to montage and make money off their channels and thus use that as their means of making a living, their means of making getting some income and making a living for themselves, it also puts them at risk. I mean, why do you think this YouTube Red thing, even though it's taken off, and it probably is a success, doesn't have probably that many people behind it, like, let's say, an Animat, or Doug Walker, or James Wolfe, or Joe Vargas? Why do you think that is? Because they know that right now, because they know that even though they're in a position where they can make money off their channels and the videos that they make, that if they were to go to YouTube Red to that level, take that next step to YouTube Red, that puts them at an even greater risk of being copyrighted, of being, having basically a target put on them and being hit with arrow after arrow, bullseye, bullseye, bullseye by any company that wants to claim copyright. And again, they're already putting them, and again, as much as I appreciate the fact that they want to make a living off this, and they have all the right to do this, make money, and make a living off of this, montaging puts them at a huge risk. That's why I never montage. I mean, there are other outlets out there like Vessel, Vimeo, if you will, Filmbook, if they're getting into the video streaming service or whatever. Go Indie, Go Indie TV or whatever it's called. You have all these other uploading services, video streaming uploading services out there that will actually pay you for doing for having a channel and doing videos without the risk of copyright. And in my honest opinion, I think maybe that's what people like Animat, Joe Vargas, Doug Walker, in fact, Doug's already done it, James Wolfe, they need to start looking into. I mean, nothing against them trying to make money off their channels here, courtesy of YouTube and Google. Nothing against that. That's great. But you put yourself at risk. So my suggestion as a non-montaging person is to look at it this way. Either go from being a montaging channel and just be a regular channel, thus you lower the risk, from what I've noticed, from being copyrighted and not have to worry about, oh, well, I'm losing money, I'm losing income, to looking at other areas of video streaming services that are out there. So that way you could be like, you know what? I have all my millions of subscribers or thousands of subscribers and viewers here on YouTube, but you know what? I don't want to risk the chance that I might lose my YouTube channel because of copyright strike, because I'm trying to make a living off my channel with my videos. You know what? I'll just stop monetizing here and I'll monetize someplace else. It makes a big difference. And yeah, true, you'll have to regrow your audience on that video streaming service, but to me, it makes a lot more sense. I mean, why do you think Logan Reinberg, Huey Toonmore, if you will, is on Daily Motion most of the time? Because he doesn't want to risk the fact that he's going to get copyrighted here. He's going to lose his channel. All right? Why do you think Chris Moore, Rowdy C, does the same thing? Because they don't want to risk losing their channel. They don't want to risk losing any kind of chance of monetizing, at least making some kind of income off their channel. So that's why they venture off to these other video streaming sites. Because even if they make money off them, you know, by having a channel and uploading videos there, they are risking less of a chance of copyright. They're risking less of a chance of losing income. And to me, that's probably the best opportunity a lot of video YouTubers that monetize, you know, in my opinion, like I was saying, in my opinion, it's the best opportunity, it's the best chance they have to not lose to basically maintain their YouTube channel, but by going to these by going and exploring other video uploading options, they risk less of a chance of losing their channel on YouTube, the primary source of income. I mean, true, you can still come out and do a vlog if you have to, talking about stuff, or doing an update video here and there, and maybe if it's allowed without any problems, do a video review, do some kind of review that you're used to doing. But in my opinion, until this is truly resolved, my suggestion is, if you still want to make money off your channels, fine. You want to make money off your videos, fine. You have all the right to do that. God bless you for it. But I would suggest going and looking into other uploading video streaming sites, and probably using YouTube as a trailer channel, as a source for trailers to those videos. I mean, you take a look. I mean, Animat, Matt, I know you're listening. You take a look at your friend Logan, Huey Toonmore, as well as your friend Rowdy C, Chris Moore. They, most of the time now, will use their channel to do trailers for videos that you can go find elsewhere. And because they're doing those kind of things, they risk less of a chance of their channel being taken down. And in a sense, they still make money. Maybe not as much, but they still make some kind of income. So my suggestion to you, Matt, if you don't want to lose your channel, and there's a lot of us that don't want you to, because I guarantee there's a lot of people that are following your advice or are doing as you requested, and that's emailing dispute@theorchard.com and explaining why you're in the right, fair use, for what you did with the animation look back stop motion. But my suggestion is to go look at other video streaming services. Come out, maybe do a video and say, this is where you're going to probably find primarily most of my videos now until this is resolved. It's better than nothing, Matt. And I guarantee you, if you go to someone like Doug Walker, you talk to someone like James Wolfe, you talk to someone like Lynn Cara, Louis Lundberg, Joe Vargas, Angry Joe, you know, TLHG, that long-haired creepy guy, you know, they'll all suggest that you at least take the opportunity to look elsewhere. You know, if you want to still keep your videos, keep doing everything here on YouTube, that's fine. But another suggestion would be this. If you want to keep doing that, create another Electric Dragon channel. Create another channel here on YouTube. Make it non-monetizing, In other words, don't use it to make money or any kind of income. That way, from what I have seen, my opinion, from what I've seen, you risk less of a chance of losing your channel. So um, that's really all I'm going to say, and I hope you get this resolved because honestly, in the end, I do think that there's something up about this whole Orchard Music dispute, and I think there might be more to it than just Orchard Music. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Orchard Music comes out and says, "Hey, yeah, that really wasn't us. That was somebody else pretending to be us." So again, though, Animat, I hope you get this resolved, and really, that's all I'm going to say. But again, that's just my suggestion, not just to you, Matt, but to anybody else. And that is, if you're to anybody else that monetizes that makes an income, makes a living off their channels here on YouTube, and that is, if you want to keep doing that, that's fine. But my suggestion is, one, make a secondary channel, a secondary non-monetizing channel to put your videos up, so you risk less of a chance. And secondly, to explore other options with other videos uploading streaming sites out there like Vessel and Dailymotion and Vimeo and what have you. So that's really all I'm going to say. And again, Animat, Matt, I hope you get this resolved. God bless you for doing everything you've done. And that's all I'm going to say, folks. Let me know what you think down below. But again, I do have to stress the question everybody does. Hashtag WTF YouTube. Where's the fair use?